Hi, I'm Pati and welcome back to A Small Geeky Chica Figures. Today we're continuing with our Nendoroid Collection series with entry number 47, which is Nendoroid number 889, Toru Oikawa school uniform version from the hit anime Haikyu. But before we get to that, I want to take a moment and give you all a really huge thanks because we finally made it to 100 subscribers, which I know might not sound like a really big deal and not a big number, but for me that's a huge milestone, and I'm really grateful that you all find my content to be interesting and to stick around and want to see all the next Nendoroids I'm going to be showing off, because we're not even like a third of the way through my collection. But I am really happy that we made it to 100, and hopefully you'll keep enjoying the videos I make in the future. Like I said, with my Nendoroid collection videos, with all my unboxing videos, and with all the extra like little bonus videos I make here and there, whether it be my Nendoroid crochet tutorials or videos documenting the outfits I've made for them, which I really need to get back to, or any of the behind the scenes for photography or set building, and a whole bunch of other things I still want to do and I have coming in the future, and we've still got a good while to go because, like I said, we've still got at least 2/3 of my Nendoroid collection to get through. But I just wanted to say thank you for everyone who subscribed, and I hope you continue to enjoying all this content. But for now, let's get back to Oikawa. So, as you've probably seen if you've been here for a while, I did do another Oikawa Nendoroid video, which was Oikawa in his volleyball uniform, which is the first Nendoroid of Oikawa that was released. And like most Haikyu Nendoroids, they're usually released in their volleyball uniforms. But similar to Kageyama and Hinata, at some point Oikawa also got out of volleyball uniform version, which is the school uniform version you see here. Unlike Kageyama and Hinata, who got like more like a jersey sweatpants version. But yeah, you know that Oikawa is one of my favorite characters from Haikyu, so of course I had to get his secondary Nendoroid. And it's been a while since he's been out, so I have used them in the Nendoroid photography, which you will see at the very end of this video like usual when I have them. But yeah, he is a very cute and charming, and similar to that Kageyama and Hinata one, he doesn't have that many extra expressions, but you can swap his face out with his other Nendoroid and then swap out his bodies as well. So let's take a closer look from the box. So we see he has his little peace signs being kind of flirty and fun. Obviously this is not his default face, I think it's this face, but as you see I've taken pictures, so I've swapped them out. We see that pose again, and like the Kageyama and Hinata one, he does come with an extra little backdrop. They had a convenience store, and he looks like he has a little ramen shop that you can use to take pictures. And here we see all the poses. Let me get a better shot. He has, again, that same peace sign one, and then like a waving, smiling one with a piece of cake, and then one where he's like sticking out his tongue and like probably making fun of Kageyama, which is, I think, what we're kind of seeing in this little scene, where we see Kageyama in his non-uniform version, his little jersey, and Oikawa in his school uniform. So this is really cute, and I'm really excited to get him out of here and take a closer look. Okay, let's get Oikawa out of here. Okay, before we take a look at him in his booklet, I did want to pop out the little backdrop that I mentioned, which is very cute. It is the little backboard that goes inside your box. And all Nendoroids have these, but only some of them have like a fancier design. A lot of them just have like a single plain color. But you can definitely use this as a backdrop for any photography you're doing with Oikawa, who I guess likes to go to ramen shops. But anyway, let's go and put that back in its box and take a closer look at the Nendoroid itself. So like usual, let's go through this little booklet. So on the English side, we have, as you can see, not that many parts. We have his two face plates. We have two extra arms, which have the little peace signs, a little extra hand that has like a little pointer finger, a hand that has a little cake, and then he has his stands and his spare joint, as well as a little stand to hold up the paperboard, so you can have the little backdrop as shown here. But other than that, pretty basic, pretty simple. Nothing, no special extra parts that you need extra instructions on how to put together. So let's get him out of this blister and take a closer look. To start off in this little baggie, we have his little stand and the stand for the paperboard, plus the extra spare joint, which are very useful because I know I have in the past broken many a little neck and I've had to perform some surgery to repair them. But anyway, first I want to point out that like Kageyama and Hinata, he has a very special stand for this figure, and it is in the shape of a volleyball. But I think these are definitely like the school colors, or more related to his school colors, versus Kageyama and Hinata, I believe, had like a black and orange one. But super cute and super unique. Definitely good to use if you're just going to be displaying them. And then let's see, here is Oikawa himself. And as you can tell, in the last time I took pictures with him, I put this funny face where he's sticking out his tongue. And then he has his regular face where he's giving a little winky face. Don't drop it like I did. And yeah, these are two very cute faces. I'm probably going to switch over to that one. But as you can see, this Nendoroid is in much better condition because he hasn't come out of his box as often. Put him down for a bit. And then he has his two arms with the, I hope you can see that well, with the little peace signs. And then you can see his arms can actually adjust there a little bit so you can better position him. Let's see. Or they like that? I don't remember anymore. Then he has, oh, these are covered in plastic, which we've seen in other Nendoroid boxes for smaller parts so they don't pop out so easily, especially when you're opening the box. So here he has his little hand where he's holding a little cake, which is very cute. And I don't know if these, oh yeah, they do come apart. So if you have other pieces from different Nendoroids that you want him to hold something else, like an onigiri or some french fries or something, depending what Nendoroids you have, you can swap that out. And then on this side, which also has a little plastic, as we discovered earlier, he has the hand that we've seen in the cover, that I think you use the little bent arms, and you can have him look like he's pulling out his eyes while sticking out his tongue. Probably a Kageyama, like exampled on the box. So in terms of parts, that's pretty much it. He's very, very simple. Just like, as I've mentioned 100 times so far in this video, that Kageyama and Hinata ones, a lot of the extra bonus Haikyu Nendoroids, which there are a few of them, where they're either in their school uniforms or some other casual clothing, are much more limited like this, and don't have as many parts as their main Nendoroid version, which is usually in their volleyball version, which usually has a bunch of poses for doing action shots, receiving, serving, blocking, and all those kind of things. But he is super cute and fun to use, and like I said, you can swap his faces out with the other Oikawa Nendoroid if you have both. You can swap his faces out with any other Nendoroid that fits, which I would say is probably like 98% of Nendoroids or something like that. But anyway, let's pick out a pose to put him in. I kind of really like that one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the peace sign where he's kind of posing for the camera and just being kind of a flirty butt. So let's do that one. So in order to do that one, actually, let me leave this up here so I remember. It's pretty easy. You don't even have to swap out that many parts. But first, we have to swap out his face. I say you don't have to swap out that many parts, but considering how many parts this Nendoroid does have, you're actually swapping out most of them. Most of the ones he can swap out, or he has other options for. Like, he doesn't have any other leg options. He's just kind of that one stiff, long leg one. And you can't really sit down. This is about as good as his sitting down is going to get, which is pretty common for Nendoroids. So you can't really make him sit down in this outfit. But that's fine. There we got the little winky face. And then we just completely take out his arms and then swap them in for these ones. And then it's a little tough because these haven't been really used. So he has his hands out like that. Position. So they're firm, but they're not super tough, which is good, and they're not super loose. You kind of want them to be nice and firm, but not so tight that it's easy to break. So, like this one's a little tighter. That makes me a little more hesitant at putting it in, but it went in. And then you have this one. So your arms, and then again, just see, this one comes out a little easier. So it's just sometimes easier to remove the part and then kind of move the hand. And there we go. Oikawa giving his little peace signs and winking face. He's definitely flirting with you, viewer. Do you accept? That'd be funny. I wonder if someone's created something like that. Like a Haikyu dating sim. Like, that would be a fun project to do with Nendoroids, honestly. Where you can pose them like in a dating sim game, which usually you don't see yourself, the main character. Or sometimes you do. It depends on the game. But just pose them and have like little text being like, oh, hello. And have a nice little backdrop. You can even use the ramen backdrop. That would be funny. Can you see it? Can you see it? Let's see. It's like this. Have this be his location and you're having a little chat otome game style. Or visual novel game style, you can also say. Yeah, that would be cute. Maybe I should do that. Do I have the time? I don't know. But it's a fun idea. If anyone else has the time and thinks it's a cool idea, you should definitely do it. And let me know. I would love to watch that. But anyway, I think I've gone way off key for a while now. And we've basically seen all there is to see about this Nendoroid. He is super cute. But that is it for today. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider liking and subscribing. I post figure-related content every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Mostly it's a Nendoroid Collection video, and every now and then it's a blind box unboxing video. But like I've said quite a few times in this video, we're about almost a third of the way through with all my Nendoroid collections. Especially considering that I have definitely gotten a new one in the last couple of weeks. So that collection has definitely grown a lot more. I don't know if you noticed in my little counter right here, we are over 160. That is a lot of Nendoroids that I've collected over the past 11 years. So I hope you will come back and continue watching this collection video. And I also run a stationery shop and a stationery shop YouTube, which is A Small Geeky Chica, with my stationery shop being asmallgeekychica.com. So if you're interested in stickers, washi tapes, and all that kind of stationery goodness, I hope you consider checking out my YouTube for that, and as well as my shop, and maybe make a purchase or two. I'm also considering maybe adding some Nendoroid related things like that. Mostly like my crochet, and see maybe also some of my sweaters and my beanies and all the other things I like to do and make for my Nendoroids. So if you like that stuff, I suggest you consider checking out asmallgeekychica.com. But that's it for today. I hope to see you next week, where we'll either continue with another Nendoroid collection video or a blind box unboxing. Maybe I'll finally post my Japan blind box video. So if you're interested in that, do check it out and come back to my channel. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.